Yeah, okay, let's continue again to practice reading and speaking in English. Now in day 19, the topic is about what if I am not smart enough? Can I ask you something that's been in my head lately? Ali, sure. What if I'm not smart enough? For what? For programming. That's a common fear, really. Yeah, very common. It doesn't feel common. Why not? Because when I look online, everyone seems so knowledgeable. Online is a strange place. That's true. People usually share what they know, right? They don't always share what they struggle with. Good point. So, what makes you think you're not smart enough? Sometimes I learn something, okay, then I forgot part of it a week later. That's normal. There it is again. What word? That word. Because it is normal. I feel like I should remember everything. Nobody remembers everything. Not even experienced developer. Yeah, especially not experienced developer. Really, most developers spend a lot of time looking things up. Seriously. Yeah, absolutely. That's surprisingly comforting. Good. And that personnel had every answer memorized, not even close. Then what makes them different? They know how to find answer. Interesting. And they know how to solve problems step by step. It sounds more realistic. It is. You know what else worries me? What? Sometimes I see people learning faster than me, compared to whom? People online, of course. Why do you say it like that? Because that's usually where the comparison starts. Fair enough. Tell me something, okay? Do you know how long they've been practicing? Not really. Do you know how many mistakes they've made? No. Do you know how many hours they've spent learning? Also no. Then you're comparing incomplete information. That's true. Your brain feels the missing details, usually in a way that makes me feel worse. Exactly. Why does the brain do that? I wish I know. Haha. I figured that out. I'd probably be rich. Fair point. Can I ask you something? Go ahead. Have you improved the last year? Definitely. Can you do things now that you could do before? Yes. Then intelligence probably isn't the problem. What do you mean? If you're learning, you're growing. That's simple. Simple doesn't mean wrong. True. People often think successful developers are genius. Aren't some of them? Yeah, some are. Okay. But many are just consistent. That's less dramatic, really, usually is. You know what funny? What? When I first started learning programming, I thought it was all about intelligence. And now I think passion matter more. That's valuable lesson. There are so many things to learn. There always will be frameworks. Yep, database, yep, servers, yep, tools, yep. I never ends. It never ends. Yeah, it's part of the profession. Does that ever become less overwhelming? A little. How? You stop trying to learn everything at once. That sounds familiar. Because you probably heard it before a few times. What are you focusing on right now? PHP and Laravel. Good choices. Trying to stick with them until the end of the year. Even better. Why? Because progress usually comes from deep, not constant switching. Not constant switching. And that's what I'm hoping. Keep going long enough and you'll surprise yourself. I hope so. You probably will. Can I tell you something? Sure. I think part of me wants certainty. About what? About the future. Everyone wants that, but nobody gets it. Exactly. That's annoying. Very annoying. So what's the alternative? Trust the process. Sound like a motivational poster. Maybe, but maybe some please survive because they're useful. Why now? You don't need proof that you'll success. No, you just need enough reason to keep going today. I like that. Good. Because today feel manageable. That's all you need. One lesson at a time. Yeah, one lesson at a time. One project at a time. Yeah, sure, one project at a time. One bug at a time. Absolutely, one bug at a time. And one day at a time. Yeah, especially one day at a time. Thank you.